Good morning to you, and let me explain what I would like to do for all of you who are listening in. These coming weeks, as whenever the Lord gives me the opportunity and the ability to do so, I'll be putting up some segments. The initial segment is already up, and these segments will be trying to teach people who do not know who the Lord is to know who He is, and those of us who really think we know Him to actually know Him better. The initial write-up is what I want you to read that is already on the website. It's www.fywtc Ministries. Is that correct? I'm just making sure. So we want to make sure that we go on that website and take a look at that. And so, like I said, the initial reading will teach you how we came to this point in time, and from this point forward, that will be your truth, so that you'll understand from this point on why we believe the way we believe in Scripture. So, I don't know how you feel now. This is another writing that will be on there shortly. It's deeper than what I'm going to discuss with you today. So what I want to do is kind of like introduce you to love. And the love that I'm going to talk about today, you'll find the different kinds of love. They'll be up on the website very shortly. But probably this week, after this message comes out, I'll definitely make sure, minister of my CD ministry. We'll go ahead and put that on there, so that we'll be caught up and we'll be abreast of things. But have you ever been asked in this lifetime, and if you haven't, then you don't know the joy, when you really love somebody, it takes on a different understanding of how that person is to you, what you feel about them. And you're going to find that a lot of the loves that we talk about, they're not so emotionally charged as the one that I'm going to speak with you on today. But let's just say, okay, you could say your boyfriend or girlfriend, the husband and wife, that kind of love. You ever had anybody ask you, how much do you love me? How much do you love me? And so I was talking to my sweetie, and I said, you know how you asked me, I said, do you know how much I love you? And then she says, how much do you love me? And then the Lord gave me something. And when I gave it to her, she kind of put her head down like she wanted to cry, but I didn't mean to make her cry. I was just saying what I believed. So this is what the Lord gave me, and I had to go back and sit down and write it down. But this is what came out first. And you'll never understand the joy of this until you have that kind of love for somebody and they actually say this to you, and then you can respond to it. This is my response. I said, I love you enough to never look outside of my marriage or my relationship with you for anything or anyone. I said, I love you enough never to cheat on you or betray your trust. I said, I love you enough to respect you for who you are. I love you enough to listen even when we disagree. I said, I love you enough to notice, console, and comfort you when you're going through. I said, I love you enough to always remember how important you are to me. I said, I love you enough to love God the Father more than I love you, so that the love that I do have for you never gets lost in the shuffle of life. Now you listen to me now, if any of these core components are not in the love you have for somebody you say you're in love with, listen to what I'm saying to you, then if these parts are not in that relationship, if you're missing any one of these, then so is the love you say you have for that person. You cannot love a love that God gives and not have these feelings in your heart toward the one you say I'm in love with. I've heard my mom say this many times. She says, Kenyon, when I was a kid, she said, love is a many splendid thing. And that is just such a wonderful explanation. And when you start really deepening your understanding about love, it's so far past sexually charged energy. It is so far past, I need you to buy this for me, or let me go do this to show that you love me. And I don't know when people say they love people, and I watch how they treat people. Tracy, it just doesn't line up. I don't know how you can do it, Larry. I mean, and people will say, well, you know, I love my wife, but you know, it ain't like that. I'm kind of, well, it need to be like that. When you say you love somebody, these are the basic things that need to be in it. And no, this doesn't fit the relationship you'll have with your kids that Storge for your family, or eros. You know, it fits a little bit of the eros. It fits a little bit of the filial, and it also fits a little bit of the agape. But what I'm saying is that everything that you need to know about love will be included in this particular segment. There's so much more information that I didn't say to you today because of time constraints. But I want you all to know, I love you. I don't have to know you to love you. I love you because that's the God kind of love I have in me. And we're supposed to love everybody. And if you say you love everybody and then you don't show that you love everybody, then are you really loving them? Pray something was said to help you out.